Hi guys, this is Negla. I'm here with your weekly general guidance reading. This reading is going to be covering our general energy for this week, or healing that we need for this week. It's going to cover also our romance and finance and career. I'm using 3 decks today. I'm using the Vintage Wisdom Oracle by Victoria Mosley, and from that deck, it will give us the general energy for the week. Oh, I forgot to say, this is for the week of August 22nd, 2016. The card that represents romance is going to be from Doreen Virtue's Angel Oracle deck. And the finance and career is going to be from the Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Readily Valentine. So for this week, we've got a very interesting combination of cards for us this week. Let me just show you the first card, and I know we just received this card very, very recently. The first card that we got is the Strength card. I know, I don't know if you can really see it with the light, but maybe this way. There's a lot of dragonflies, and she's just like a divine feminine. I know with this card before, we saw it as a divine feminine reaching its potential. But this week is a little different. With this, the Strength card really for us this week represents us reaching points in our own healing. What I keep getting from the guides about this card is that many of us have been feeling that they've been carrying like the load of this whole universe on their shoulders, that they have been feeling really, really overwhelmed by the amount of responsibilities that they have been feeling. But this card is coming to let us know that we can look at those, and if we look at this card, we can look at those responsibilities or the things that we are carrying on our shoulder as a burden, but at the same time, we need to look at it as a point of our strength. We need to see those challenges and those things that are overwhelming to us as our point of strength, because through us being able to carry those burdens and carry those unique circumstances to our own life and all these different kinds of responsibilities, we need to look at it as this is our point of strength. This is how we are achieving our own healing. It's through our way of dealing with those unique challenges, or whatever we see in our life that is a burden, or as something that we can't really carry anymore. So this card is a reminder that we need to look at these different things with a different eye. This is really, really a different eye this time. That we need to understand our own strength. There's a lot of dragonflies in this card, if you can see it. And dragonflies represents the combination between two things, water and air. Water in general represents the deepness of our own emotions, and air, of course, represents our own intellect. So this card has a combination between both, that we need to use our own emotions as a way to guide us. And even though our own intellect or our own ego can sometimes interfere, but we have to reach a balance between both. And dragonflies also can represent transformation, a huge transformation that comes with dragonflies. Others also see them as a sign from the angels, as from your spirit guides. So I don't know, I'm feeling with this card that we have to look at all these different kinds of meanings with our own eye. Like you're gonna understand it in a different way. There's so many different meanings coming with this card, and you're only gonna be the only person really understanding it. And let me show you the second card, which is really, really interesting, that comes after this card. The second card that came for us is Purity. And if we look at the depiction on this card, she looks like a bride wearing a gown. I'm picking up a lot of different things with this card when it comes to that word purity. It could represent pure situation, or bringing things to its very raw, very basic way. I don't know why I keep getting with this card that there's a lot of clutter in our life, and this card is bringing us to the notion that we need to declutter our life. Decluttering doesn't mean that you clean your home. It certainly could mean that. It certainly could mean that you create a better energy and a better energy flow in your home or in your surrounding, your environment, and your desk and in your workplace. But also with decluttering our life is looking at the things that no longer serve us the best or no longer are for our highest good, and we need to remove those things from our lives. It's like a cleaning house kind of card. This card truly is about that. And now that it's coming after the Strength card, I'm getting a really interesting connection that the guys really want to say with those two cards. The first one is the Strength and coming with burdens, and the second card is coming with purity, which means that sometimes we need to see the burdens that we're carrying. There are things that we actually don't really need to deal with at all because we are carrying more than what we can actually handle. But we're taking on more responsibilities than what we're meant to handle, and that's why we're feeling so overwhelmed. So with the purity card, we are again reminded by our guys that we need to understand where our sense of being overwhelmed or burdened is coming from, and understanding that sometimes we need to declutter that. Whether it's relationships, whether it could be friends who are just becoming a burden on us, that they are demanding so much of our time and taking us away from us fulfilling, say, our mission or life purpose, or actually doing things that are for our highest good. And sometimes it also could be family relationships that need to be purified and need to be decluttered and need to that we remove the burdens from those relationships. So these are really very nice, unique cards. The third card that really exemplifies the energy for this week is the Innocence card. You can really see it. Really, really cute little kids and their home at the background. And with this card, my feelings are, and what I'm getting with the guides is as we become actually successful in removing the burdens from our lives, either that we look at it from a different eye, that we understand that these are our strengths because these are our own unique responsibilities that we are meant to handle, and also the purity that we are able to declutter our life from what is not bringing in positive energy into it, that we need to bring some innocence into our life, is that we need to communicate with people and interact with people who bring goodness into our life, who bring positive outlook into our life, who bring us to our best, to become our best versions of our own self. This is what I'm getting with this card, definitely, that we need to look at it that way. And with children too, what I'm picking up also with this card is that sometimes we look at children as sometimes they're burdens, and we maybe sometimes when you look at the responsibility of children as burden, then we miss what children really are for. Children are healers. This is the way I really see children. They are our healers. Apart, of course, from them being our families, our children, our souls, or our extensions of ourselves, or how you see it. But also we need to understand that if we look at children as a burden or as a huge responsibility or as challenge, then we're denying what they really are, is that they are bringing innocence and happiness into our life. And we should not look at children like that. We should look at them as our healers. And really, children are, as much as we think that we are the parents or we are the older people, but they are healing us. Children do heal us right now. So this is very, very unique, especially coming with the other two cards regarding responsibilities and decluttering our thoughts and decluttering our life and relationships and environments. So this is a very interesting card coming for us this week. Our romance card. Okay, oh, this is nice. This is the Trust card. Let me read it for you really quickly. This situation is calling for you to have faith. I love this, the Trust card. Trust card comes as a reminder from our guides this week that we have to understand that when we have faith and trust in our own unique journey, our own unique romance journey, if you can call it, then everything is gonna go and flow really easily into our life. That we need to trust the guidance that we're getting with regards to our romance. The guides are guiding us. We may have received really, really good guidance through maybe our dreams or our intuition, or just the gut feeling that we have about a certain romantic relationship or a certain person that is a love interest in our life. That we need to trust that. We need to trust that. When we keep doubting everything, we put everything on hold. Our soul does not like to be hindered. Our souls don't like to be doubted. And when you doubt your soul, things don't work out really, really well, because you're not following what the guidance coming from your soul is. And things are not going to go right. Everything's going to pretty much go really wrong when you are challenging your own soul. So with this card, we are reminded to trust the intuition, trust our guidance, our what we feel, what we totally feel. We should not listen to others if it doesn't really feel right, if it doesn't feel right to you. So with this card, just understand that the guides are reminding you to trust your journey and trust who you are and trust your own abilities. They don't want you to doubt your abilities, and they don't want you to doubt the guidance you're receiving from your angels, from your spirit guides, or from your guardian angel team, or your spiritual support team. They're telling you definitely to trust what you're getting, because we do get a lot of guidance. We get guidance through I personally love dreams, because I got a lot of guidance from my dreams apart from my own channeling. Dreams are always very important for me, and when there's a dream that you remember, then understand that this dream has a meaning to you. It definitely has a huge meaning to you. The other thing is that we could get songs, we could get signs from nature, and words from people coming into our life just to give us specific guidance. So definitely we're being reminded to trust our romance. And for those who don't know their love interest, or they're still single and they don't have someone in particular in their mind, this from the guys, they're saying trust that everything is going to come at divine timing. So they're telling you to just trust your intuition, trust the positive guidance that you're getting, because you are going to get what you need. The relationship that you're looking for is coming into your life. So that's the card from our guides. Okay, so the last card that we received this week regarding our finances and our career. This is the Queen of Water. So let me read it really quickly for you. The Queen of Water, tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, loving. Okay, and it says relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. It's pretty amazing. This whole week, the messages are all about intuition, about trusting our own intuition. And again, they are the guides are telling us that we need to trust our own intuition when it comes to career and finances. The Suit of Water is about our deepness in emotions. This is our deep hidden emotions. And my feeling with this card is there's a lot of emotions stirring in us. There's a lot of things going within us, and maybe we're not really sharing it with others because it's something that is just close to our hearts, and we don't feel maybe safe to share things with others, and that's why we're just carrying a lot inside us. This card is about trusting your intuition when it comes to relationships. It has different meanings, actually. It really connects again with the romance card. So when it says that a relationship is developing to a new level, so one of our love interests is this connection is gonna definitely be elevated to a higher level of communication between both of you, a higher level of commitment between both of you. But at the same time, This card also really signifies our relationship with our colleagues at work. It tells us to trust our intuition, whether that intuition tells us that, say, for example, this person is going to be a great connection for us when it comes to work and career and finances. It also, our intuition could tell us that this person is bad news for us. So we need to definitely trust our intuition with this card. And this card is a reminder to us about our own psychic abilities, that we, I mean, all humans come with psychic abilities. We all have psychic abilities, but it's really our own training and how we train ourselves to understand our own psychic abilities and understand our own psychic guidance that coming to us from our guides and our guardian angels. So this card is really about our intuition and our connection to others within our careers and finances. And if we are, I don't know why I'm getting something a little different as well with this card right now, is if you're a boss, for example, and this card comes to you that you're, for example, in your job or in your career, you manage other people, it tells you to connect to your own intuition and your own guidance when it comes to your employees, to the people that you work with, because it seems sometimes that you overlook this, that you treat people, I mean, you probably treat people really well, but at the same time, you tend to forget their own lives, that they could have other burdens when it comes to their homes. So I know this is a very different message that I'm getting right now with this card about us. If you're a supervisor, or if you're a manager or a CEO or something like that, it tells you that you need to listen to people in a different way, that you have to understand their own responsibility when it comes to their own private lives. So this is definitely something really interesting. The other thing that I'm picking up from this card, because this card is really, really full, it wants to congratulate us on having an amazing heart, that we have a very tender and very loving heart, and we have some kind of a nurturing ability, and we're very empathetic with others. So it tells us to remember that as much as we care for others, we have to care for ourselves as well. And when it comes to our careers and finances, it doesn't mean that we try to derail others from their careers or say something bad about them or anything like that. But it also tells you that you have to pay attention to yourself. You have to pay attention to what you're doing in your job or in your career. And not forgetting yourself and trying to help others excel at their job or train them the best that you can, and you should. But at the same time, they're telling you that also you have to care for yourself in your job, which means that if you feel that you need a training or need to pay attention to something specific in your career, in your job, you have to pay attention to that as well. So I mean, this week we're getting some really, really interesting messages when it comes to our lives and how we're balancing our own family burdens, our friends, and our private lives with our romance and our careers and our finances. I hope this reading gives you some really good spiritual guidance in your own life. I'm sure not everything really works for not every single reading. Everything that's being said is would work for every single person, but your guides are going to guide you to watch this video because they want you to hear something specific, and it could be all of it, it could be parts of it, it could be something in it that would definitely resonate with you, that they will guide you to get it, and they will guide you to understand it and know it. So with this, I hope you have enjoyed the reading for this week, and I'll talk to you soon.